Beyond Meat. Personally, this is a stock that I made a lot of money on in a short amount of time. All right, Beyond Meat is a plant-based meat product, and Beyond Meat's stock soars after McDonald's unveils test of company-made PLT burgers. If we scroll down, shares of Beyond Meat soared in early Thursday trading after McDonald's Corp said it will launch in Canada a test using a plant-based burger patty made by the company. So a big name like McDonald's bringing on Beyond Meat is going to help to make that stock's price rise again. Now, when Beyond Meat really started running back in earlier this year, I personally bought 100 shares of Beyond Meat at $100 a share. And within about a month's time, that $100 price went to $200. I pulled out at $202, made 100% of my money in a short amount of time. So as I'm looking at that, could Beyond Meat be on another big tear because now McDonald's is on board with looking at bringing them on as a test site? The burger is called the PLT, which stands for plant, lettuce, and tomato. So like a BLT that has bacon, lettuce, and tomato, but this is a PLT, plant, lettuce, and tomato, and will be sold in 28 restaurants starting September 30th in southwestern Ontario. The trial is slated to run for 12 weeks. So this could be a big move for Beyond Meat, and let's take a look at it. Let's go analyze it. If we go back into the software, let's go find Beyond Meat, which is here. First off, let's go see what the stock's price is compared to its value. When we assign a value to a stock is what we feel the stock is worth based on things like earnings and earnings growth rate. Why? Because earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. We have Beyond Meats valued at $20.37 and currently trading at $155. This stock is definitely an overvalued stock. Our mantra is to have you in safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price in a rising market. Currently, if the stock is overvalued, does that make it a bad stock? The answer to that is no, it does not. It just means that people are willing to pay a premium to own the stock. People still feel good enough about Beyond Meat that it's surpassing what the stock's value is worth, and now it's a perception that the stock's price will go up, and we will see what happens. We'll look at RV, the stock's long-term price appreciation potential below the value of 1. That is unfavorable. By the way, if I did not say it, our core proprietary indicators, RV, RS, RT, and VST, and CI, are all cast on a scale between 0 and 2. Above 1 is favorable, below 1 is unfavorable. RV looks at the stock's long-term price appreciation potential as compared to an alternative investment in a AAA corporate bond. When you buy a bond, it matures. After it matures, you get all of your money back with a small interest rate, right? Now, what I'm saying with Beyond Meat, with a value, relative value at 0.60, what I'm saying is that that AAA corporate bond should outperform this stock over the next 1 to 3 years. Excuse me, sorry about that. So that's unfavorable. Long term, I may not want to own Beyond Meat. Relative safety, or RS, is an indicator of risk. Relative safety looks at the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance. Does this company meet or exceed earnings expectations year after year, quarter after quarter? Below the value of 1, when earnings comes out, this stock may or may not meet earnings. And if that's the case, if it misses earnings, stock's price is going to fall. When I look for a stock and hopefully that it's going to meet or exceed earnings, I want to see a relative safety above 1. That is what we call a safe stock. The next indicator, RT, which looks at the short-term price trend of the stock. RT below 1 tells me that the stock is in a downtrend, and the further below 1 it is, the lower or faster in a downtrend it is. At 0.68, it's unfavorable. And the master indicator, which looks at relative value, relative safety, and relative timing in one indicator, is also below the value of 1, unfavorable. But the stock's price overall, by way of perception, people willing to pay more than what the stock is valued at, the stock's price tends to go up more than it goes down, but the fundamentals are not there to back up the stock. This is where analyzing a stock helps you to make better decisions on the stocks that you buy and sell. This stock is not fundamentally sound, but people are still pushing the stock's price higher. It then does tend to go up more than it goes down. And it's got an earnings growth rate of 27% and earnings per share of 11 cents. If we right-click and look at the graph, there's the stock's price. Now, it has not been around for a year, so all of the data we have starts back in May, and it went up, nicely running up. This is where I was in the stock, where the stock's price was about $100, and got out when the stock hit in the range of about 200, 202. I got out. The stock's price did go up some more, but then after that, it fell. Currently, the stock is moving sideways in a channel. The 3 and the 8 are about to cross, but not yet. And if I'm going to think about getting in based on the news, let's see if the stock can break above this level of resistance right about here. Let me make that a little darker. Right about there is where I'm looking at. If it can get above, this is a good solid level of support and resistance. If it can break above the value of 167.96, that may be a great opportunity to jump on board with the stock. And it's got upside to the level of the high, which is sitting at 239. You've got a good way to run on this stock. But as the news comes in and drives the stock's price higher, it gapped up nicely today. But I would really like to see the stock go above that value of 167.96 before I pull the trigger. And once you do, and it does, you've got good upside to about 240 bucks. That may not be a bad trade, but let the trade come to you. I do like that the earnings per share have gone from negative to positive. Earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. Earnings is getting better. This may not be a bad play. The news may come to you, all right? Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.